Desires unfold in the quiet corners of the mind, whispering what the heart has been too afraid to say. In the deepest recesses of my soul, a secret passion stirs, one that burns with a fire you may never understand. There's a delicate balance between pleasure and guilt, and I walk that line every day. The world may never know the chaos that lurks beneath my calm exterior. Not all fantasies are meant to be shared. Some are better left in the shadows where they thrive. Beneath the surface of my thoughts lies a hunger that no one could ever satisfy. Some desires are too tangled, too twisted for anyone to comprehend or accept. My body craves what my mind fears, and together they create a storm no one is prepared for. I've learned to keep my secrets close, for they are the very essence of who I am. Every thought I have is a rebellion, a refusal to conform to what is expected of me. The heart may yearn for love, but the mind seeks a darker kind of freedom. There is beauty in the twisted, in the chaos that lies beneath perfect facades. What if the deepest parts of me are the ones you should fear the most? The most thrilling desires often reside in the places where fear and temptation collide. There's something intoxicating about forbidden thoughts, the ones that never see the light of day. In every twisted thought, I find a piece of myself that I am too afraid to acknowledge. My secrets are not meant for the innocent. They are made for those who dare to venture beyond the surface. I hide my deepest cravings behind a mask, for they are too powerful for the world to see. Sometimes, the darkest fantasies are the ones that make us feel most alive. I've learned that the thrill of the forbidden can never be fully explained, only experienced. There is no purity in what I want, only the raw, untamed essence of desire. The more twisted my thoughts become, the more I crave the freedom to explore them. Not all pleasures are innocent. Some are made to be savored in the darkness. Desires are not meant to be understood. They are meant to be felt. I dare you to see past my smile and into the chaos that rages beneath it. What is more thrilling than a secret that no one else can ever know? Sometimes the sweetest moments come from the most forbidden thoughts. Every twisted thought is a rebellion against the life that's been laid out before me. Behind closed doors, my desires take on a life of their own, far beyond what anyone could imagine. My mind is a labyrinth of desires, and I wonder if anyone could ever find their way through. Some secrets are better left untold, for they are too potent, too dangerous to be unleashed. The line between pleasure and pain is thinner than most dare to believe. What I crave is not something you can hold or touch. It's a feeling, a taste of the forbidden. Not everyone is meant to understand the kind of passion I carry with me every day. In the quiet moments, my thoughts betray me, revealing a hunger I can't ignore. The most powerful thoughts are often the ones that no one else can hear. I carry my twisted secrets with pride, for they are part of what makes me who I am. There's a certain magic in the dangerous, in the things that make us tremble. I don't need anyone to understand me. I only need them to accept that my desires are mine alone. What others see as chaos is simply the way my mind experiences freedom. Sometimes I wonder if anyone could ever love me, knowing the twisted things I desire. The darker my desires grow, the stronger my need to keep them hidden becomes. In my mind, the line between fantasy and reality is always blurred. There is power in the secrets we keep, especially the ones that make us feel alive. What if the darkness inside me is what makes me truly feel whole? Every twisted desire is an invitation to explore a part of myself that no one else dares to see. I exist in a world of contradictions. My mind craves what my heart fears. Sometimes the darkest pleasures come from knowing you can never have them. My mind is my sanctuary, filled with secrets too dangerous for the world to know. There's no shame in my desires, only a need to keep them buried beneath layers of silence. The most thrilling part of me remains hidden, a secret only my heart truly understands. In the depths of my fantasies, I find a kind of peace that the real world can never offer. I crave the things that most would call dangerous, for they are the only things that make me feel alive. Sometimes, what I long for is not something touch, but something I can only imagine. The twisted thoughts that dance in my mind are the ones that define me, not the ones that the world can see. What if the most intimate parts of me are the ones I dare not reveal? The more I explore my desires, the more I realize how little anyone can truly understand them. Every secret I hold within me is a flame that flickers, waiting to be released in a storm of desire. The twisted nature of my desires is what makes me feel most alive, even if no one else can understand it. Sometimes the most dangerous thoughts are the ones that make you feel the most free. I keep my lusty secrets locked away, but they are the very thing that keeps me awake at night. There is a dark beauty in my cravings, a rawness that cannot be tamed by the world's expectations. What I hide beneath my surface is a storm, a force that could sweep everything away if it were ever unleashed. My desires are like a fire that smolders quietly, but if provoked, they could burn everything in their path. The things I crave cannot be put into words. They exist in a place where only my soul dares to go. In the stillness of my mind, I am consumed by fantasies that know no boundaries. The secret cravings I have are both my curse and my liberation, forever twisting me into someone unrecognizable. What I desire is not simply a matter of the body, but a longing that runs deep into my very being. Every thought I have is a rebellion, a defiance of the world's view of what is normal and acceptable. The darkness inside me is not something to fear, it's something to embrace if you dare. In my quiet moments, my mind races with visions that no one else could ever comprehend. My desires are as tangled as the thoughts in my head, each one feeding into the next until they become an unbreakable chain. What I want is not something that can be captured in a moment, but something that lasts forever in the depths of my soul. Every whisper of lust is a call to explore the parts of me that I've hidden for too long. There are moments when my desires slip from the shadows, and for a brief second, the world sees who I truly am. The twisted beauty of my fantasies is that they exist in a space where only I hold the key. I have learned to love the chaos inside me, for it is the only thing that truly makes me feel alive. What if the very thing that scares you the most is the thing that will set you free? I am drawn to the darkness, not because I fear it, but because it is where my truest self thrives. I crave the things that others shy away from, because they are the very things that make me whole. Behind every smile I wear is a secret, a longing that no one will ever understand. The more twisted my desires become, the more I feel the need to hide them from the world. I've come to realize that the secrets I keep are the very things that define me. Sometimes, the only way to understand your own soul is to embrace the darkness within it. My desires are a puzzle, each piece more complex and intricate than the last. What I want is not something you can touch or hold. It is a sensation that resides deep within my soul. The more I delve into my fantasies, the more I realize that they are a part of me, a reflection of who I truly am. The darkness within me is not something to be feared. It is the very essence of my being. I find solace in the forbidden, for it is where my desires can roam free without judgment. What I crave is a world where boundaries no longer exist, and I am free to explore every twisted thought. Every secret I hold is a thread, weaving a story that only I can fully understand. In the deepest corners of my mind, I find the most dangerous pleasures, the ones that make me feel most alive. My mind is a labyrinth filled with desires that no one else could ever navigate. The more twisted my thoughts become, the more I embrace them, for they are part of who I am. I have come to accept that my desires are darker than most, and that is what makes me unique. The beauty of my cravings is that they are mine alone, too powerful and too raw for the world to see. I live in the spaces between dreams and reality, where my deepest desires come alive. There is a dangerous beauty in secrecy, a power that can only be felt, never spoken. What I want is beyond the ordinary. It is a hunger that can never be fully satisfied. In the silence of my thoughts, I am consumed by desires that no one could ever comprehend. The twisted nature of my fantasies is what makes them irresistible, the forbidden allure too strong to resist. Every craving I have is a reflection of the parts of me that I refuse to hide or deny. The desires I carry are not simple. They are intricate, beautiful, and just a little too wild for anyone else to understand. Behind every carefully constructed mask is a truth that no one is ready to face. I find strength in the darkness of my desires, for they are the truest part of me. Sometimes, the most powerful moments come from embracing the thing that others are too afraid to acknowledge. There is power in the secrets I keep, for they are the essence of who I truly am.